for that information. Other comments on number one? Fiscal responsibility, this one might take a few minutes to discuss, just to. You see a lot of different things and don't get ahead of me, you're like, oh, why are you saying status quo, Hamer K1, Hamer without Mr. Williams, what are you doing? At the financial conference that Mrs. DeGraw and I went to last week, we were able to sit down and really dive in deep to what is it looking in the next couple of years. And so when we talk about providing responsible oversight of public funds to support a well-rounded quality education reflects the values of the community and the district. First and foremost, when I see responsible oversight of public funds, we need to be transparent, which we are very transparent with everything that we do. The second thing is we have to live within our budget and what's coming to us. And then we have to say, whatever we get, what's the best situation for us to provide education to the students? I think so many times we want what we want and we don't want to ask the questions of where's the money coming from? Why can't you just do this if this is what we want? And so this is a situation that regardless of whether somebody is going to be upset about any of these discussion topics, these are discussion topics. None of these things have been decided at all. They're just, my mind is going to options to say, what can I do to help us have the best opportunity to, one, stay fiscally responsible, and two, to provide an education for the kids. If we flip that and said, we're going to do everything we can to have the kids and not worry about the fiscal responsibility, we're going to run out of money very quickly, because we would want to all have small classes with 2 or 3 paraprofessionals in each class, and it's just, we don't have the resources for that in public schools. So to take a step back to say, where do we get money for schools? Where are you getting your money from? We have to have a revenue source. The revenue source comes from a generated support unit. So I started right here in the middle. Whoops, I can't highlight that, can I, from where I'm at?
No, it's an image.
Yeah. So the 35.05, that's our current support unit. Why is that important? The support unit is the multiplier that drives the money that comes into the district. And support unit is not how many employees you have. That's not saying you have 35 teachers. That's not saying, it's just saying that's what it's come. Now, where does that come from? It comes from average daily attendance. And so we have more than 562 kids coming to school at West Jefferson. I think we're closer to 580, 584.
Let me get the right number.
If you want to have the right number. So you can see that and we're sitting about between 93 and 95% attendance at West Jefferson, which is a great thing. And so you have enrollment, but they don't give us 100% money for every kid that's here. It's based off of average daily attendance. And so we get this number so that all of the different calculations go in to say, okay, here's your average daily attendance. That's the number of days that students are in seats learning at school. That goes into a formula that the department gives us to work through, and that generates 35.05 support units. It also generates to say, well, you now qualify for 3.1 admin in your district. But the money that is connected to these isn't by individual person. They don't say, oh, you have teacher A, teacher B, and say, they're making this much, let's give you that much money. They send you an average of everything. And so sometimes that works to your favor and sometimes it doesn't. Are we seeing something off on that, Karen?
No, I'm in the wrong spot.
Okay, because I saw your face.
Don't look at my face.
Yeah. So what that generates by the time we get to the 3.1 admin generates to 39.55 teachers. So when you're looking at Finance 101, the number one thing not to do as a superintendent to run your district into the ground is hire more teachers than what you get paid for. I know that sounds simple, but there are times that when there are lots of districts that do have more teachers than, and this was one of the things that since my first year, we were out of balance before I came in as superintendent, and we have brought it down to where we need to be. We've been that way for the last 5 or 6 years. So why does Mr. Williams have all these other options up here? One thing that we're seeing is when we start with next year's enrollment, we already know that we're going to be approximately 22 students less than last year. Carrie, you
Yeah.
find out?
Like 575.
So 575, yeah, so you're looking about between 17 to 20 students less, depending also, but this is also coming off of pretty good attendance. For us.
We had good numbers for this midterm.
If this midterm was lower, it goes down by attendance, not by all the kids that are here in school.